You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
Obviously, I keep the elemental allies. Do I keep Firehawk? Firehawk is pretty decent if he's just like Highlander Mage. It is an activator for the elemental allies. I guess I'll keep it. If I was tossing it, I'd be looking for Arcane Servant or Evocation probably. Okay, so Spellwing into Hawk into Hawk. It's a pretty good curve. Good hero power this. It's not really that important for me to finish the quest next turn, is it? Unless I hit like double evocation, then I can play the second Firehawk. So I guess I just hero power there and then play my Spellwing on turn 4 with the second Hawk. I think I do like getting Hawk down before Amplifier, because sometimes the Hawk just lets me cheese out a win. Not what I wanted to see. Wow, wants to go face with that, huh? Is this turn gonna end in a Mana Cyclone or what? Well, I guess I'll still play Firehawk, but with his hand being as big as it is, it doesn't seem like it'll be that good. But we can get 2 threats down. Should be hard for him to deal with both, right? I do have a decent amount of burn in my hand, but the opponent is still at 30, so that's not great. That is a Mana Cyclone secret, so it could be pretty much anything. Let's get this 5 damage to work on Jan'alai. Next turn I can Book of Specters to try to find a playable card, because my hand doesn't look very playable. Probably don't really just want to fireball his face when he's at 31.
What to do? What to do?
He's just gonna leave the spell damage up? Maybe I will fireball him. Probably not, though. Alright, well, my hero power has done enough for Jan'alai. And I'm actually starting to work on his health total over there. With 14 damage in hand, so that's pretty good. Well, 14 in hand and possibly another 3 from the Spellwing. Lost my spell damage off that guy, unfortunately. Oh, that's Jan'alai. Okay. And that's why we go out of our way to hero power. So the most I can do from hand next turn is 12, right? Okay. He's not gonna have... I didn't even get to discover off that. So it looks like he's dead here. Let's go, Jan'alai.
You asked for it.
Let's try to hit an elemental. Oh, that's actually a good pickup.
Of course it's
I could have just evocationed out the amplifier there, but it didn't really seem great. And now it looks like my plan is a turn 5 Avalanche. That's a lot better than playing the amplifier, so that was one reason to not do it.
Of course it's the right way.
So with this other evocation pickup, I can actually go turn 5 Avalanche into turn 6 Avalanche. That should be pretty hard for him to deal with, I would think. Let's go Water Elemental, shut down that weapon. Interesting attacks. I could play the other evocation this turn, but there's no real point in doing so.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Somewhat annoying, but I'm pretty sure I just play more 7/6s here. So next turn, I can actually... I guess my hero power only does 7 with all of this. But I'm not that far from Jan'alai, even though I haven't hero powered at all this game. Yeah, 4 Avalanches is tough to beat.
You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
As much as I like Jan'alai, I don't think I can keep it. But 1, 2, 3, that's a pretty good curve. Could toss the Spellzerker since it's not an elemental. And I am on the coin, so like even if I hit a 3-drop elemental, it's pretty good. But it might have been fine to just go for the Spellzerker on 2. Arcane Servant's way better though. Looks like my 1, 2, 3 is pretty locked up. Next turn could potentially be Spellwing plus Book of Specters, but that's definitely just not better than playing Arcane Amplifier. I'm pretty sure at least. Would have been really nice to hit an evocation here, because then I could have played the Animated Avalanche next turn. But instead I drew 15 damage. Unlucky. Oh, that's a secret from my opponent's deck. Let's go ahead and hero power this guy for 5. Okay, I played a 1/1 into a Flame Ward. I actually wanted to hero power first because of Vaporize, but in the 10 seconds since I said that secret's actually in his deck, I forgot that it was a secret he put in his deck on purpose. So playing around Vaporize instead of Flame Ward was just stupid.
Science overwhelming.
Since I'm playing the Cosmic Anomaly, I should go ahead and try to cash in on the missiles. And I really wanted to play the Anomaly so I can coin out the Avalanche next turn. Wow, this is Highlander, huh? I guess I haven't seen anything so far that would make me think it wasn't Highlander, but it just didn't feel like a Highlander deck. Hopefully one of these gets to connect. Because if it doesn't, he's at 23 effectively with the True Silver. And I only have 18 from hand. Okay, he still takes 7 from one of these. That's fine. I can probably just send my burn at his face now. Like, what's he gonna have? I'm not gonna have a minion in play for Ziliax. I feel like it's pretty hard for him to heal here. And even if he has a small amount of healing, I have 10 damage next turn, so he needs to heal for more than 3. Oh shit. He actually had a dragon in hand too, so if that Nether Breath had not hit that Divine Shield, he would have healed out of range.
Embrace the chaos.
You asked for it.
I don't think River Croc is good enough to keep. I don't really have a cohesive hand. Alright, let's hit some good stuff. I overdrew an Evocation, which is really bad. Oh man, if I could have gone Firehawk into Evocation, the Animated Avalanche, and set off the Elemental Allies, that would have been a heck of a curve.
Let the pain speak to me.
Acolyte of Pain, huh? I can one-shot it with a Daring Fire Eater, but eh. Could have bumped his Acolyte to buff my Firehawk by 1 power, but 8-3, 9-3, basically the same minion. Cool. The Firehawk actually put on so much pressure that he could only take 1 card out of his Acolyte.
Science over war.
15 damage in hand. And I have the Elemental to activate the Avalanche. I guess like 18 damage in hand even with the Fire Eater, and maybe 3 more with the Violet Spellwing.
A conundrum.
Alright, get some damage face, and make sure we play this Elemental here. Playing the Elemental is really important for both the Avalanche and the side quest. And then it looks like there's a very good chance I have a turn 8 lethal with double Fireball after hitting with a 7-6.
This will break
Alright, that's a nice beefy minion. Gives him some armor. Pretty good chance that he kills my 7/6s here, actually. I guess I'll evocation out this River Croc. But I still have a ton of damage in my hand, even if he does deal with this board. Dealing with it probably takes his whole turn. Oh, that's not good for him. Kinda want to play the other Avalanche because the first one did so well, but killing my opponent's pretty good too. My first impression of the deck is that unfortunately Jan'alai doesn't come down nearly as consistently as I would have hoped. But even without the Jan'alai, the Arcane Amplifiers still performed pretty well. And honestly, even the Daring Fire Eaters were still pretty good. It's just more damage for the deck. And in particular, it's more damage that can be drawn with Book of Specters. So Arcane Amplifier, definitely good. Daring Fire Eater, maybe still good. I think the real star of the deck, though, was Animated Avalanche. Especially if you can evocation it down on turn 5. It's just a pretty insane pile of stats that wins a lot of games. So the two new additions felt pretty good, but overall I wasn't that impressed with the deck. The first thing I noticed is that I was getting murdered by rogues, and 35% of my opponents were rogues, so can't really afford to get murdered by a deck that you queue into more than 1 out of 3 times. And even against non-rogues, the deck is very draw dependent, and when you have so many situational cards, it is pretty hard to hit good curves consistently. So this list is probably not the best way to make use of the Avalanche or the Amplifier.
Is this the end? I